a taste of pie. One of my favorites, we're going to be measuring some circular objects, measuring the circumference and diameter and taking a look at the ratio. That seems to be a characteristic that should hold true for all circles, since they're all the same shape, that the distance around the perimeter, its circumference, and its diameter should have some relationship to each other. So we're going to begin by taking a look at some different round objects, measuring their circumference and diameter, and seeing what we get. Okay, to do that, I've created a table, and the first object we're going to look at is a lid. So I'm going to put lid on my table. Okay, so here's my lid. I'm going to be measuring it with in centimeters, and then we're going to record the diameter, which looks like it's approximately 10.4. Now we're going to measure its circumference. To measure its circumference, I'm going to use some string. I will wrap and then measure it at 34 centimeters. And then we're going to calculate its ratio. 34.0 divided by 10.4 to get 3.26. 3.26 as the ratio. Now we're going to continue with this with other round objects and calculate the circumference for those. So we're going to begin with a second approach to this investigation. We've measured lids. Of course, the larger the lid, the smaller your percentage error, but due to our screen size, we're going to have to limit ourselves to what we can measure. Students in your classroom should be able to measure bicycle wheels, the trash can in the room, trundle wheels, a number of large objects. The larger the better. Now we're going to take a different approach by using a balloon, which will give us a lot of different circumference diameter ratios. Okay, so the first breath of a balloon has been taken, and now we're going to measure the diameter. So I set up a meter stick. We're going to always use centimeters because it's far more accurate. And then I use something at a right angle to get the, so I'm going to be using something like this to get the diameter as the balloon sits on the table. Okay, there we have it. And so this balloon has a diameter of approximately 10.6 centimeters. So I'll put that down. 10.6 centimeters. Now we're going to measure its circumference. So I will do that. And we'll lay the balloon down. My assistant Angie here is going to hold the balloon in place. And I'm going to measure its cross section. Right a spot. There we go. And this has a circumference of 33.6 centimeters. 33.6 centimeters. Now while Angie is giving it one more breath, I'm going to calculate that ratio. 33.6 divided by 10.6 is approximately 3.16. 3.16. Okay, there we go. 3.15, 3.13, 3.16, 3.16. Now, what we could do is eliminate some of the extremes, or we can just take an average of all those to see what we get. Okay?
What is the relationship between the circumference and diameter for all circles?